Hello, Enid, and welcome to another city update. With me today, I'm your host, Derrick Silas, and with me today is Jerald Gilbert, the city manager for the city of Enid.
Yes, hello, Derrick, and hello, Enid. It's good to be here with you again.
Always.
Another week.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We're going to talk about, first of all, we're going to start off with some of the road closures for currently. So let's talk about that. First, the fire department will be doing their annual fire hydrant flow testing, and it began today. And specifically, right now, they're on Main to Maple. They'll be doing the area Chestnut to Cherry and West Willow from Oakwood to Cleveland starting this week. But they'll be doing this until it finishes, and it usually takes about a couple months to get it done. Yeah,
this is our annual effort focused on saving property, actually protecting property with the fire hydrants more so than anything else. And it's great that the fire department does this. And it's that time of year again.
Yes, and we did put a video out last week to remind residents that this will be going on. And if they see dirt or sediments in their lines, they just need to go outside, flush the water, let it run for a couple of minutes, and then it should clear everything out. So.
Yes.
And we'll be repeating that video online and sending updates as they come each week, so you know what area they're in. If you want to know more so the areas they're in, you can always go to the Enid Fire Department page, and they'll put it out what they're doing that week. So there's that. Other construction going on. There are going to be concrete repairs at Columbia and Midway intersection. This starts this Wednesday, and that area will be closed for 2 weeks starting this Wednesday. Then we have the closure of 2320, is that Sioux area for concrete repairs as well. That began last week, and it's closed for 2 weeks. So this will be last week, should be finished next week. Closure of car and what did you say? Sioux intersection for concrete repairs. And in this area, it also began last week, and that area should be closed for 2 weeks.
Yeah, these are all named after Indian tribes, and it's fantastic because this is part of our concrete street repair program, all three of those closures. So we look forward to better portions of the streets after they're done.
Yes. Another closure we have for a water line relocation is started last week, and is set to for the westbound area of Randolph Avenue and the northbound area of Grand Avenue at Randolph Avenue.
Yeah, this is the downtown precursor, moving the water line to actually milling and overlaying the road. So again, it's going to be a little inconvenience now, but it'll be a great improvement that you'll get to drive on later this year.
Right. And beginning this last week, also, the Green Yard Waste collection started, which is the summer version of our spring and summer. On Mondays, the landfill picks up the Green Yard polycarts on Mondays during the summer. So that started last week. So remember, having your carts out by 7:30 a.m. and your trash will be on another schedule, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So that's just an update on that. And you want to talk about this?
Yes, this is a great event put on by our Public Utilities Department and our environmental specialist. So it's a great opportunity for you guys to do some spring cleaning at home. If you have hazardous chemicals, pesticides, paint, stuff like that you want to get rid of, this is a great way to do it, is bring it to the service center on May the 1st. We're open for about half a day there. And I've got some stuff in mind I'm going to be bringing down, so I hope you're cleaning up your garages and getting rid of that stuff that's taking up space that's no good, and you're really not supposed to throw it in the trash can. So this is a way to get rid of it. So please come on out on May the 1st.
Awesome. The library started their test prep classes for being a United States citizen, and that began last week, and is going to continue to October 27th.
Yes, I appreciate the library's efforts here. We have a lot of folks that have immigrated to the country or don't speak English, and these are a great opportunity to work on those citizenship test prep courses as we help new folks become citizens someday.
Yep. Very good. Now, there's a community concern around 10th Street in Chestnut, is a bump in the road, and people are calling out and over the Facebook or many calls asking about it. They're concerned about it. Let's talk about that.
Yes. What actually precipitated the problem there was there's an underlying stormwater facility, a culvert that it was collapsing due to age and just falling apart. So as part of fixing that, we fixed the street in concrete, but the best decision for the city was to put that street back at the original elevation, which is a little bit off from the surrounding asphalt. You can kind of tell there is a significant bump because there's a difference of a few inches there. That will ultimately get fixed. So I ask everybody to bear with us, but I wanted to make sure we talked about it because I've had several complaints, including I'd heard from John Norman, who used to be an inspector for the city, drives that road quite a bit, and I do want to say it was done that way by design, knowing that we're going to come back and refinish the rest of the road from 12th Street back to the west to 10th Street and the intersection of 10th and Chestnut. And we plan to change, well, actually it won't be change ordered, we'll actually issue a new contract to a contractor sometime early in July to begin working on that and fixing that. So I know it's an inconvenience now, that bump sign will stay there, but please hang in there with us and just slow down as you transition the pavement, and just think about by the end of the year, hopefully it will be very smooth, just like the couple of blocks is already, and we won't have that transition, and it'll all be back to the original elevation, and it'll be a nice improvement for the citizens of Enid, the residents that drive in that area.
That's awesome. Very good. Other things that are going on, let's talk about our department updates. The Human Resources Department there are various positions that are open out there, and if anyone's out there in Enid is interested in any of these, you can go to enid.org/careers to apply for any of those open positions.
We have lots of jobs, and we have for a while. It's a great opportunity for folks that live here or are new to town that need a job. We'd love to have you come work for the city of Enid. I see you have a position open.
Yes.
In communications, I know police, we always need good police officers. I know we're looking for a network specialist, so we know somebody out there's got a bunch of IT experience. We'd love to bring it to bear here at the city of Enid. So please take a look and apply. We're looking to hire people.
Right.
We want to put people to work,
Yes.
solving problems for the city and the people that live here.
Yep. Okay, let's go to our other departments. So the stormwater and roadway maintenance crews are here doing some asphalt on North Kennedy Street, and the Parks and Rec Department is replacing the discharge water line at the Champlain Pool. So.
Yes, there was a line in preparation, getting the pool ready, that'll open in less than 2 months now, on or around Memorial Day. There was a water line leak. We fixed that. The picture you can see of that roller compressor is we're using in our asphalt program. And so if you go up in the area around the fairgrounds, just south of the fairgrounds, north of Willow, between Grand and 4th Street, you will see a lot of new asphalt paving. And that's a result of our Public Works asphalt program. They're doing a fantastic job. I think they're almost done. And they're going to be moving up to Shady Lane Road, which is north of there. Then they're going to move to the frontage on 81. Then they're going to move to Southern Heights area. And that'll probably be several months worth of work, all of those follow-on projects. And then we're going to keep moving to other areas of the town, and hopefully to an area near you where there's an asphalt road without curbs and gutters and without any other major problems that need to be contracted out. So take a look if you're in that area. It is nice pavement to drive on, and I've been on it myself, and it's fantastic. I appreciate the efforts of the Public Works Department.
We definitely appreciate the work that they do. And going to the other departments, technical services, here's a crew member replacing a street sign, and crews replacing the brakes on a trash truck on the other picture for our fleet management department. So we always appreciate all the work that they do that keep our automobiles, our fleet running. So let's look at solid waste services in the public utilities department. Here you can see crews picking up a brush in Southern Heights, and utility maintenance, you can see crews have repaired a 6-inch main on Chestnut. So of course, that's a lot of work they've been doing for us. We appreciate that. Public utilities here, water production. You can see here a crew member is sealing a leak at the Root Tower pump here. And of course, there's a list of all of the work orders they done in the last week. So we appreciate all that they do. Here's our COVID numbers here. Things seem to be going down and down and down, which is really good. The total confirmed cases in Enid is 6,821 as of today, and 7,710 in Garfield County as of today. Active cases are only 150 in Enid and 160 in Garfield County, so that's a really great improvement.
Yes, it is. It's fantastic. I know that we've all been through a tough year, starting a little over a year ago with COVID. I think we're on the downhill slide now, or the downhill part of COVID. It is very important for you to get your inoculation. Hopefully everybody will, or most people will be going to get those. I know I got mine about a week ago. It was the Johnson & Johnson variety, and it did hurt a little bit in my arm, kind of like a flu shot for a little while. I did not get sick or experience any problems, and it's been about a week since I had that done. So I think I'm almost ready to testify that, hey, the shot is okay. I'm walking and talking, and I think you will be too after you get one of whichever kind of variety, or two if that's required. I think we're all going to have to do this and accept this as a way of life in the future so that we can be more like we were before COVID as far as meeting and meeting in person and conducting events. And I know at the city we're getting back closer to normal. I just went to a meeting, the Rotary Club meeting over at Convention Hall, it's the Stride Bank Center. And this is the first time that I've been back since we've started meeting upstairs in the second floor. I've been attending when we were on the first floor, so it's a little more crowded. We wouldn't obviously be doing it that way if we were in the beginning of the height of COVID, but most people have had their vaccinations now, so we feel pretty good about where we're at in the city, and I think the numbers reflect that.
Yeah, pretty good. That's awesome. I know we were talking about earlier about construction, and I know that the budget season, we'll be starting that in May with the commissioners going over the budget. Last commission meeting we did, was it 48 million worth of CIP projects with those construction projects that need to be done in the city. And there's just one thing, we just got to find a way to allocate those monies that we're getting.
It's a lot of projects. We did, there was something like 48 million. Unfortunately, we won't have that much funding available or time probably to fix all of those issues, but we hope that we can get about, we'll definitely get a quarter to a third of those, of the funding level into the budget. And we're fortunate that coming out of this COVID year, we think our sales tax is going to stay about the same level and maybe increase slightly that it's done this year, this current year that we're in that ends in June. And we also have been the beneficiary of some funds that will come from the federal government that was recently passed with the new administration on the American Rescue Plan. So we anticipate we're going to be receiving around $11 million in funding that can be used to help offset lost revenues and capital improvement programs specifically related to water, sewer, and broadband. So we look to be using some of those funds this year. I think we have 3 years to use them. We are getting more information on that. And then I know they're debating in Washington an infrastructure plan. So we could certainly use infrastructure funds here. We put them to work fixing more streets and water lines and everything else if we get access to those. So I think it's going to be a great year. It's springtime in Enid and lots of stuff happening. But it is budget season for us too. And unfortunately, we'll have to make some hard choices off of the list of $48 million worth of, and seem like hundreds of things. But we'll choose what we believe are the highest priorities, and the commission will verify that or tell us what the priorities are, and we'll make sure that we present and that they approve a budget that best utilizes resources to help make things better for people in Enid.
I know it's a hard decision every year because it's always a balancing act.
Yes.
We just get so many funds from sales tax and what have you, and you can't do all the projects without the sales tax revenue. So, but we appreciate all that you strive to do for the community.
Yes.
Anything else to add?
Just unlimited needs and wants, and unfortunately limited resources. But we'll do the best we can with staff and with the input from the public and the city commission.
Anything else to add?
I don't think so. Our meeting's next week. I think right now, currently, we're going to be talking about a Christmas tree project downtown, which is exciting. And you may wonder, well, why are you talking about Christmas in April? Because some of the things that we may need to do, we got to get started on now so that we can have that large Christmas tree downtown and have it before Thanksgiving. That'll be exciting. Park Board's going to hear about that tomorrow. And then we're also going to talk about a revised building permit fee and sign ordinance that we are and have been working on with contractors and developers, because we want to make sure that whatever we come up with includes their input and their feedback and that they're supportive of. And so we'll be talking about those only in study session to start preparing the City Commission for changes that we will ask them to approve at some point. That's the main event. And then on contracts, we have a lot of contracts on the meeting Tuesday, and that's good because that means there's a lot of stuff getting awarded and a lot of stuff that's going to get fixed then over time. So stay tuned. We'll have more at our update next Monday on everything on the agenda, but it'll be over at the Stride Bank Center again, and good stuff coming. So I know we got some events coming up that I know you and Visit Enid and Kevin have talked about. Tri-State First Friday, we just had the First Friday, I guess a week or so ago.
Yep.
And so thank you for coming out. We're having concerts are beginning to get lined up again at the Stride Center, so please support and go to some of those. Buy some tickets, give them away if you're not going to go, because that's what helps support the city and helps support having those events, which provides the quality of life that everyone says we need and want. And so even though sometimes you may not want to go and see it, you can support or encourage other people to come and see whatever the entertainment event is. So.
Okay. Well, I appreciate
Yeah.
your updates for today.
Thank you. It's been good updates. Good to see you again, Enid. And did we get any questions today, or
No
everybody's
questions online.
All right.
So.
Perfect. If you have any questions, feel free to send them to myself, Scott, or communications at any time. We'll do our best to answer them and try to give you the information that you need to know and deserve to know about your city.
Yep. Thanks for joining us, and make it a great day.
All right. Bye now.